25 minutes into the opening practice for the NASCAR Xfinity Series under caution, and you can see there the reason why. Justin Allgaier into the wall.
But then you couple with the suspension parts that probably were sacrificed in this contact. The thing just took off, Matt. It looked like maybe got on the splitter. For some reason, it just hopped into the wall.
19 circuits around this 2-mile oval, but going to the garage now, a little damage, maybe a little too aggressive in the corner there, fellas.
Well, you got to learn where your limits are, and you also have to learn how to run right next to that outside wall. These guys are going to be right up there tomorrow, and you see he just gets a little bit loose. That wasn't really a product of running close to the wall as much as it was he just got sideways on entry, and there wasn't much room for that car to slide up.
That was a great line from Hill Street Blues. Let's be careful out there. If you have kids, you've seen the Bee movie. Well, Barry the Bee has come to the Speedway and brought all of his friends. They brought in an entomologist. That was the guy in the tie. He called for the beekeeper, and this is a non-lethal spray. So we're told, because they cannot exterminate the bees in California. They can, however, collect and relocate
now,
them.
Problems this morning for Kurt Busch during practice. He hit the outside wall and damaged his car enough that the old man decided to pull out the backup.
I just got loose. I took off for practice and was pretty loose most of the time. And I don't know why, but I thought maybe it would just fix itself, and it didn't. After 3 laps, I was still loose.
Larson got very loose.
One on the bottom, one on the top. And you see the 42 of Larson get loose. Biffle had new tires closing at a high rate of speed, ran right in the back of it.
And as you mentioned, DW, that we think Kurt Busch did, Kyle Larson bailed out of the throttle, and Biffle just had nowhere to go.
Working together at the front.
Yeah, and also, we got a spinner. Ryan Preece.
Lap 9, first caution of the day. And now for the
tire going down.
For the 5th consecutive week to start the season, the first caution comes out prior to lap 10, Ryan Preece.
You can see he just loses a left rear, does a great job of keeping it out of the wall. That's got to be a bit of a concern on the lower tire pressures. Adam, we talk about how the cars buffet and bounce down the back straightaway. Could that be a result of too low of air?
Absolutely, Michael. Those big bumps down there, they really work the sidewall on these tires. And when air pressures get really low, and there's different rear end cambers between the Xfinity Series cars and the Cup Series cars, so that makes it even harder on the sidewalls of those rear tires. And we see a lot of blowouts. So this happens.
Okay, I love where we're at. Let me just tell you something real quick. Adam and I were in the garage area doing research, and we asked a couple of 3 crew chiefs. Caution, lap 10.
Kevin Harvick was the quickest off pit road, took no tires, and we were all surprised. I'm wondering maybe if the first time he missed his pit stall, Matt, because when he came back down, he had issues again.
Adam, the game plan on the 88, he was super free during that first run. They were going to just do a chassis adjustment, which they completed, and then go about another 25 laps or so.
Under caution for the 3rd time today here at Auto Club Speedway, Fontana, California. Lap 46 of 150, the issue for Ray Black Jr. coming off of turn 4.
Running the low line and looks like just gets loose. The front end sticking well, the back end not so much. And watch this innocent spin turn into a crash, Brad.
Yeah, what happens on these cars is the front splitter, it's like a front wing that you can't see. It's underneath the car, and every once in a while when you get in a spin like this, it'll hook. And that's what's going to happen. As right front tire goes down, it's going to get too low, it's going to hook and rip the whole thing off in the grass.
I think the tire going down was the difference, because if the tire doesn't go, the right front's going to stay up high enough, and the splitter's not going to catch the grass.
Our leaders stay out, Adam, and check this out.
Oh, the 93 just comes right up in front of Blake Cook.
It's got to make you wonder about what the spotter said. You can't make those decisions on your own. It's so tight and close. The 93 is the one that initiated that.
And watch the fueler right here.
He chunks the fuel can, and that's against the rules. And NASCAR has cameras above that watches every move made on the racetrack. Back into the battle for the 2nd spot with a couple of guys. Oh, he turns it.
There was
got big
contact
right
by
rear.
him. Look at that right rear.
Both cars
Keep coming.
It's as though because Eric Jones ran out of fuel, the advantage for Kyle Busch is like 8 seconds now over 2nd place Daniel Suarez, so he can really save. 2 to go. Kyle into turn 1, and he appears to be off the pace.
He's either out of gas or he's saving a lot of fuel.
He just really, but Suarez, he's only 3.5 seconds back.
To now, coming back white.
Got the report, he's just saving fuel.
And the 20 car of Eric Jones made it to pit road.
I'm getting too far back where he can't build up his momentum. Straight, I said momentum. All the jabs you can pull down the straight. Mid corner, white flag here. White flag, off 4.
Here comes Suarez, guys.
White flag is out. 1 to go. Brought to you by Credit One Bank. And that's a big one for Kyle Busch because he knows we're not going to get the caution. He blows a tire.
Coming back to the checkers.
Here comes Daniel Suarez down on the inside. Drama.
Does Daniel have enough gas?
California. Suarez now in position for his first career victory.
If he's not out of gas, Austin Dillon's running third, 5 seconds back. Does he have enough gas?
Suarez on the apron. Here comes Dillon off of turn 2. Look at Suarez working
Kyle's
the wheel.
going to try to make it with a flat tire. Can he do it?
Busch back in front of him. This is outstanding on the final lap.
And Austin Dillon is into 3.
He's going to coming fast.
Dillon's going to get the lead.
Here comes Austin Dillon. Where does he stand on fuel?
He goes to the outside.
Dillon outside of Kyle Busch into the wall. There's contact. Back to the checkered flag. Unbelievable. Austin Dillon wins it.
Wow, what a race. Who needs March Madness? This is California Auto Club Speedway Madness, and it doesn't get any better than this.
Daniel Suarez could taste the win.
Yeah, I'd rather be lucky than good any day. Hell of a job, boys. That's all you right there, Austin Dillon.
Oh, what a heartbreaker for Kyle. Gosh.
Word is you look beautiful up there, man. Can you see me? Man, that was great. Look at you. Look at you up there.
Earl Barber, the spotter. Big Earl. Do it, dude. Coming up on him, too. Man, that looked like what happened to Greg Biffle.
That's a pretty heavy damage to the right rear quarter panel at 41.
Jamie?
Rear, they said, was possibly having a problem.
Tire down on Brian Vickers, number 14.
Ooh,
Smoke
that's serious.
fills the cockpit as he tries to work around to pit road. Down on the apron in turn 4.
Those tires come apart, Mike, and they ripped the whole back of the car.
He got a little bit into the wall, said he had to come to pit lane because he was wrecking loose. But I did take a look at the tires. The tires look good. They were having issues in practice, though.
Now rookie Chris Buescher has been up in the wall in turn 2.
It's on TV right now. Caution is out.
First caution of the day at lap 27. Buescher was running 17th.
Great break for the 18 car, Kyle Busch, because he had just gotten by our leader, Kevin Harvick, so that'll get him back up.
Left rear tire apparently on Chris Buescher's car.
I just saw the 11 go by with right side damage. Boy, these guys got their hands full around this place. On into that inside wall.
Just nothing he can do at this point.
Just hang on. And
straight into the safer barrier.
Watch that safer barrier. Watch that thing flex and shoot that car back out.
Now you're talking about a 3,400-pound piece of machinery lifted all 4 wheels up in the ground and spins it around like a top.
Probably running about 140, maybe 50 miles an hour, even
in the scrub,
at that point, trying to scrub off speed.
As it scrubs off speed, still carrying a tremendous amount of speed.
That's huge.
Here's another look.
Just can't catch the left rear down. The car wants to turn right, hits that outside wall. And watch this safer barrier. I mean, that thing bowed in and it absorbed all that energy. If that is a concrete wall, totally different story.
California, Kyle Larson cuts down a left rear tire and takes a wild ride to the inside wall. To turn 2. And then got off the wall. We're under caution.
Actually, he pounded the wall about 5 laps ago down in 3 and 4. I guess he thought the car was okay, and now he's got a big problem.
I don't see how he can see out the front windshield. It's filled with smoke inside that car.
Looks
Third
like
caution of the day. Here it is.
Looks like when we practiced here yesterday morning. He's got a lot of damage to the car even before this, Mike.
Now you can see that wall just sucked him into the wall, and he just grinded along the right side. Now I can tell you who this is going to really hurt, and that's Kevin Harvick. No, I'm telling you why. Here's why it's going to hurt him, because he has now tires that have laps on them. Find their weakness and see if you can't get a move on him. Oh, we got to
spin. Turn one, up and into the wall, hard.
Wow.
It's Danica Patrick.
Well, you can hear a tire down here.
I was going to say, was that another tire?
It sounds like it.
She was in 19.
She was running 19.
Yes. Get out.
Wow.
That's a hard lick.
Sent some fire inside the cars while she's in a hurry here to get out of the race car.
Hard hit for Danica. Running top 20 on the lead lap. And this happens.
It's on the bottom here.
Underneath Casey Kane. Looks like Casey went to go
Casey just
tuck in behind her and just misjudged it. Got into her right rear, turned her into the wall. Hard impact.
Man, right down the straightaway here. Woo.
All right, let's ride along with Danica Patrick down into turn one after contact from Casey Kane.
Remember, all this is happening at 190 miles per hour right here at this part of the racetrack.
She's going by Casey here, making the pass, and man, he just clips her in the right rear and turns her into the fence.
Are you all right?
I gotta believe she might be a little upset with that little move.
Should I get out? Yes.
All right, let's hear Casey Kane's side of what happened here.
Pretty sure I hooked her right there, but I feel like she started coming up the track. I might be wrong. Yeah, both going for the same spot, as far as I can tell.
Spotter Kevin Hamlin for Casey Kane.
You can see she's going by. She catch Casey. She's going by.
He's side drafting her right here.
And I think
she did come up a little, but I like that other angle that we saw. I'd like to see it again to see if the 5 just got down to her right rear a little. You can see him side drafting her. Look at that move right there. See that move right there was the one that made me think that he started to come down a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't turn the wheel as we saw, but there was a growing space between her car and the white line. The car was starting to move up a little bit. Casey was coming down.
It just shows you how little it takes. You know how little impact it takes to turn a car sideways on a straightaway like that.
And we run so close together. I mean, you know, you're inches apart on making a pass like that, and if one moves a little one way and one moves a little the other, you have contact.
You saw the flames. She smelled gas, climbed out of the car quickly.
And Danica Patrick was running 19th at the time of that incident. You've been checked and released. What happened from your perspective? Here's the replay.
You know, we were on a restart, and I had a run on him, so I went down low. And if you get too close to him, then it'll drag you both back. So I was going low, and I saw him chase me down the track. And then the next thing I know, I was getting spun up the track. So I mean, I was passing him, so it was he was behind me in the right rear, and you know, I don't know what kind of day he was having. I just heard he was a lap down, actually. So I feel bad if he felt like he was put in a position to have to be that desperate a lap down, because it's just unfortunate. He must be having a very tough time. I was having a pretty good recovery day, kind of like last weekend, just, you know, running good race laps and on the lead lap at the end of the race, back up into the top 20 and from a bad starting position, and was looking forward to a good finish and a good off week. And unfortunately now there's more work to be done at the shop, which is not, I'm sure, what they want, but we had a good tax act car, and Billy did a good job of setup for today, and we were moving forward.
And Martin Truex Jr. starting to slide back a little bit, just came over the radio. Whoa, a little bit of contact there with Joey Logano.
No.
And into the wall.
Truex bouncing off the wall, but continues.
He just hit you.
Pretty big damage to the right rear.
Yeah, and Joey Logano just, I don't know if Martin Truex had to get out of the throttle, didn't do what Joey Logano thought he was going to do, but definitely ran into the back.
I'd like to see it again. I don't know if he actually touched him. He thinks he touched him, but it looked like he just took the air off of him.
I think they made contact. It looked pretty... Let's watch this, Jeff. See, I think they made contact. Going off into turn one here, probably over 200 miles an hour. And
I don't think he touched him. I think he just took the air off of him.
Maybe not. Got real close, got him loose.
Here's what Logano said.
Me to do that, I was trying to go to the top side on him. 10-4, I'll talk to him in a minute. He's on a different stand.
Blaney makes it onto pit road after contact with the outside wall. There's the damage. He was running 13th, and there he is into the wall. But we stay green.
Yeah.
Now the question is, was that a tire, or did he just get into the wall? Because what we
think he's going to get down though, just like the 21 did. He's coming down.
Oh, it's Kyle Busch.
18
coming down. He's going to get on pit road.
No,
caution.
Caution's out. Wow.
I will be.
18 blue tire or something.
Caution with 2 laps to go. We're going to overtime.
Same thing happened to that car yesterday. Right front. Yesterday it was a left front.
You got to believe that he stayed out just hoping that that caution would come out. He knew this was going to ruin his day. If he can stay on the lead lap here, not tear up that right front fender and get some tires on him, he'll stay on the lead lap and make some moves here on this final restart.
Hey, guess what, guys?
We're going to overtime.
A little overtime, baby.
I believe it.
You know what I do?
Yesterday he finished second, though.
Yeah, not today.
Without only on 3 tires.
You know what I'd do, boys? I'd get me 2 tires. Just like Carl did last week.
You can go ahead and get you 2.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You do that.
By the way, DW, you're on your island by yourself right here.